What if everything we thought we knew about the early universe is wrong? What if the very first galaxies weren't supposed to exist, but somehow they do? And what if one telescope, floating 1,000,000 miles from Earth, is quietly rewriting the story of reality itself? This is the mystery of the James Webb Space Telescope and the impossible galaxies it just revealed. For decades, our understanding of the universe has been built on one powerful idea: the Big Bang. According to this model, the universe began as a hot, dense point around 13.8 billion years ago. Then, slowly, over hundreds of millions of years, the first stars ignited. Galaxies formed gradually, growing larger and more complex over time. In other words, the early universe should have been simple, chaotic, yes, but small, dim, and undeveloped. But when the James Webb Space Telescope opened its golden eye and looked deeper into space than ever before, it didn't see what we expected. It saw galaxies that looked too old, too massive, too evolved, and far too early. Some of these galaxies appear just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. That might sound like a long time, but in cosmic terms, it's barely the opening scene. And yet, these galaxies already look like fully grown structures, something that should have taken billions of years to form. Imagine seeing a fully grown city in a world that was supposed to have just invented fire. That's the level of contradiction we're dealing with. So what's going on here? Did these galaxies somehow evolve faster than anything we thought possible? Are our models of star formation incomplete? Or is something deeper, fundamentally missing from our understanding of the universe? Some scientists suggest that stars in the early universe may have formed much more rapidly than expected. Perhaps gas collapsed faster. Perhaps conditions were more extreme. But even with these adjustments, the numbers don't fully add up. Others are exploring more radical possibilities. What if dark matter behaves differently than we assumed? What if the laws governing the early universe weren't exactly the same as they are today? And then there's the most unsettling idea of all. What if our timeline is wrong? What if the universe is, in some way, older or more complex than the Big Bang model suggests? That doesn't mean the Big Bang didn't happen, but it might mean the story is incomplete. And that's where things get interesting. Because science doesn't break when we find contradictions. It evolves. Every impossible discovery is a clue, a signal that we're getting closer to something deeper. The James Webb Space Telescope wasn't designed to destroy our understanding of the universe. It was built to refine it, to push beyond the limits of what we can see and what we think we know. And right now, it's doing exactly that. These galaxies, strange, ancient, and unexpected, are forcing scientists to ask new questions, to rethink old assumptions, to explore ideas that once seemed unnecessary. And that's how progress happens. Not by confirming what we already believe, but by confronting what we don't understand. So, did the James Webb Space Telescope just break cosmology? Not quite, but it did something far more powerful. It reminded us that the universe is still full of surprises, that even our best theories are only approximations of a much deeper reality, and that somewhere beyond the edge of what we can currently explain, there may be answers we haven't even imagined yet. Because the truth is, we're not just observing the universe, we're still learning how to understand it. And with every new discovery, the story of existence becomes a little more mysterious, a little more complex, and a lot more fascinating.